Isn't my makeup pretty? Yes, it's very pretty. And like you're like, why? I know a lot of you were thinking in the other video, like, why does she have all that stuff on her face? Well, it is All Hallows Eve. It's Friday, October the 30th, and tomorrow is Saturday, and it is Halloween Day. So I figured I could, get away with looking like an African fairy if I want to. You see all this glitter? You see all this bling bling I've got going on my face? Yeah. But honestly, this is not why my face is made up this way. I was just playing. I was trying to get ready for some, practice, get my practice on, doing this makeup, and I'm pretty pleased with it. And why am I practicing playing with makeup? Because I'm trying to get ready for my cruise. We are Impressive Healing is going on a cruise in about 13 days. We're going to be headed to the Bahamas, and we have some amazing activities planned for the people that are coming on the cruise. And working in tandem with a couple of other people, and it's going to be an amazing trip. We've taken a year to put it together. And it's finally here. So this bling bling that you're seeing is me. I'm going to be walking around on a boat like this. I'm going to be walking around in the Bahamas like this. And people are going to be like, what is going on? I'm just like, I'm a fairy. Or whatever it is I'm going to be that day. Because I get to play, and this is the beauty of living life as a chantrika. You get to play around if you want to. So this Tantra bit, MP, what the fuck is all that about? This is what people say to me. Like, this is what people say to me. And honestly, this is what it's about, people, for me. Okay? Tantra is basically you just really realizing that you are God. You are a goddess. But primarily that you are God. You and God share some amazing similarities. You are created in God's image. And Tantra kind of like gets you to kind of like own up and realize that. So when I work with people, in any capacity that I work with them and I do various things with people, I am primarily a spiritual coach, if you will, a spiritual counselor, and I use many different modalities, but Tantra being one of the biggest ones and one of my favorite is that I get to help people realize that through reunion, if you will, with themselves, integration with themselves. They get to become God. So it's a reunification of their mind, of their body, and their spirit. Okay? So their mind gets to be in alignment with God's mind. Their body gets to be in alignment with God's body, and their spirit gets to be in alignment with God's spirit. So what does that look like? What is it that we're talking about here? We're talking about unity, right? God is unified. God is one. God has many parts. Most religions, most teachings will tell you that there are many aspects of God. However, God is one. There are no parts of God that are in that are fighting with God. It's not happening. But that happens. That tends to happen with a lot of us. We are not unified in ourselves, right? And God is wisdom. God is wise, and that has to do with God's laws. There are laws that we have to abide by in this realm that we have um, to honor and to apply in our lives if we're going to have good lives. There are laws. That's God's wisdom. It's really God's law. And then the part that I love, because it's about that power. I love power. And I love people who are powerful, and I'm attracted to people who are powerful. And most people are, because I realize a person who has power is pretty much able to affect their environment. They're able to get resources that they need. They're able to say, this is what's going to happen and this is what happens. However way that comes about, this is what it is, right? So God's power, it comes through because, God is omnipotent. When God is unified, when God is omniscient, he's all, or she is all wise. When God is pretty much omnipotent, God can do anything. God wills it, it is done. And it is like part of like my job. It is part of what I live for, is to getting us into alignment with that. And a lot of that for us has to do with our thinking. It has to do with our thinking, So with Tantra, with the energy work, with the Reiki, um, with the tarot, with the oracle readings that I do to coach people, with the metaphysical concepts, with the psychological work that we do, with the breathing, that we do with people, it is to basically realign them with their God self. And that is why I love to do this work. This is why I work with sexual energy. I work with that energy, that creative energy, that kundalini energy, because that is the energy that clears those blockages up really, really quickly. I'm gonna finish I'm going to finish this broadcast. There's going to be one more. I'm feeling generous today. It's a lot of stuff coming through me today that I definitely want to impart and share with you guys. So I'm going to shut this one off, but I want to talk in the next video about our thinking. Like, why is it so important for us to really um, become aware of what it is that's going on in us, and it's in our thoughts, okay? I love you. Talk to you soon. Peace. In a couple of minutes.